meet you.
Hey,
It was
nice to meet
see
you, Albert. Yes.
Yes, it was nice to see you here on WebSummit.
Yes.
Can you tell about your company and about yourself?
Sure. I'm Matt Kleiman. I'm the CEO of Cumulus Digital Systems. We make software that communicates with tools used for maintenance and construction at big industrial sites. And we use that to make sure the work is being done properly at the sites to avoid accidents and leaks and other problems in maintenance.
How come that you come from the Boston to Europe, to Lisbon here in Portugal?
Because this is where the technology world gathers, from other startup founders to investors to potential partners. There's so many people here that are interesting and you could learn from and help build a brand with this conference.
And what do you think about that WebSummit? Because United States actually is the example of all trends.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Silicon Valley and everything is coming from the United States actually.
Yep.
And they look to the Europe a bit more differently.
Yep.
So what's your perspective from the United States to the Europe and to the WebSummit that they're organizing this year?
Well, I think WebSummit I don't view it as a European or American or Asian activity. I think it's just it's an event for the technology community at large, and it's fantastic. You have people from all corners of the world here, and you learn a lot from them. And if you just stay in your own country or your own region, even if it has a developed technology center, you miss out on learning and meeting people. So I just enjoy being here, and you never know who you're going to meet every day.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much people here all around, and you meet new people.
Absolutely.
You add them on LinkedIn. Do you plan to come here next year?
Yes. I think I've been to the Collision Conference, which is the same WebSummit, but it's in Toronto. Smaller, not as big as WebSummit. But I think it's, you can never stop learning from your peers, especially other startup founders who are even though we have different technologies, different companies, we all go through a lot of the same challenges. And it's great to share ideas and share how we've overcome challenges with each other, and just a great learning opportunity.
Yeah, there was a lot of company from the United States as well here today on the Microsoft, and even the Brad Smith was here, and the CEO of the Wikipedia, and all of them are coming to Europe.
Yeah.
And this is really good that we can unite the continents.
Yeah, I think it's whatever political issues there might be are very much put aside. We're all trying to build companies, and we all share challenges and can share our experiences. And no matter where you're from, it's a valuable thing to learn, because it's a global economy. We're a global company. We have customers in the United States, in Canada, in Asia, in Europe, in the Middle East. So we don't view ourselves just as an American company. We have customers everywhere, and we have to be able to interact everywhere.
Yeah, and to talk to them. And what was your talk about? You've been talking on the stage?
Yes, I spoke the growth stage this morning, and I talked about why startups have challenges deploying technologies in industrial sites, and some of the things that my team and I have come up with to overcome those challenges. For instance, 3 of the biggest challenges I talked about were the fact that factories and chemical plants and refineries are not built to have technology and electronic communications. There's metal and gas and chemicals and heat that all wreaks havoc with equipment. The second thing I talked about was the fact that industrial sites are often remote and they don't have good internet connectivity. How do you overcome some of those challenges? And finally, the workforce can be conservative for good reasons, because new technologies, if they're brought in without proper planning, they could, instead of making the workers' lives easier or work easier, they could make it more challenging or dangerous than it already is. So you have to be very thoughtful about how you deploy new technologies so that you're actually helping the workers and not making their jobs more difficult.
Yeah, exactly. This is very important use the technology. To the Generation Z, it's much more easy to use the new technology. But if we look for the people who already more than 50 years, if you use the innovative stuff, for them it's much more difficult.
Absolutely.
To use. Yeah, and that was the pitch that we was talking about. That was really very interesting, and we don't have a link for this, but
it'll be put up online eventually, I think. Yes.
if I'll find the link, I'll put just some here. I'll just show the link maybe under there, and you can look for the Matthew was talking about this here on the WebSummit. And it was really a pleasure to talk to you today, and hope I'm gonna see you next year, or maybe somewhere, or maybe on the collision on the United States.
All right, sounds good. Look forward to it. Thank you for having me. Great talking to you.
Thank you, and thank you for having time to have interview with me.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.